It is time today to take down the M Cursor boss, my friends, and we got it all for you in today's guide. The Endless Strawberry Cake Tower as a free-to-play player, level 60, tray 60, and we have it all here for you today. Thank you for tuning in. As always, if you enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. On top of that, if you got a question, if you got a comment, do let me know, because I'd love to hear from you as always, and would love to see you in our amazing community and Discord server, my friends. Now, down below, we have all of today's timestamps where we give you the 4 T's. That's the tactics, the treasure, the team, and the toppings in order to help you succeed and take on the M Cursor, my friends. Now, as well, we'll go through our run as we always do and pull it all back together. So let's get into it here as we break down the M Cursor. So first and foremost, a couple things when we talk about our tactics here. The M Cursor is the boss for tray 60. A couple of pieces here. This thing, and by the way, it is a pain. It has click, deals damage to the nearest target and increases the number of error stacks. We have double click, deals damage to the nearest random target, stuns them, and increases the number of error stacks. In use, deals damage to all targets, applying silence and anti-gravity. Delete, summons a trash can that devours the target in front of it. That one's a pain. We also have deals damage to all targets and applies paralysis, display pointer trails, and last but not least, error message, gains a hit shield for using skills a number of times. Now, additionally here, we have this right here. Buffs will be applied to your team when meeting the requirements for your bonus. Here, if you have 2 cookies with magic candy of level 10 or higher, you'll gain 20% attack. So that is big. Additionally here, your special conditions. Now, me as a free-to-play player, the big things here. Min cookie level is 70. Skill level is 70. That's a big one for us. Min cookie grade is 5-star. That's also really helpful. Additionally here, everything else, X, topping bonus, substats don't count. However, the toppings still matter. The big one here really is those biscuits. So pay attention to that. That's the biggest thing that can make a huge difference for you and make or break. Obviously, the magic candies also makes a huge difference for you as well. So a couple things here. Let's go ahead and break this down. So a few things. You're not really seeing any of the effects applied against M Cursor. This thing was also a really tough boss when the Golden Cheese expansion originally came out. The team that we're going to use to take this thing down is this. We are absolutely predicated on attack, damage, and speed, my friends. Now, a couple things here. I do not have Twizzle Gummy yet up to 10. If we did, that would make this much easier. As an example, you could also add in a second magic candy component, maybe throw in cream puff as an example. I want to give you those other ideas. However, this is the team that did it for me, and that is exactly how we're going to run it. So let's break this down a little bit more and double click into it here. So what we're doing is we're focusing in on that electric damage, really boosting it. The best thing about this is obviously Stormbringer is a great tank. That is huge. Twizzle Gummy has tons and tons of mini hits. People always forget about how many different hits it gets. 7 times, 7-second stacks, lots of little damage here, which makes a huge difference. The beam, tons and tons, stacks up to 5 times. Lots of big hits, and you'll watch this as we run through it. Additionally here, we're getting electric damage with lemonade, black lemonade. So these 3 are key. Now, a big one here with Crème Brûlée as well. Many hits all the time, plus massive amounts of damage. We have the right support here with Snapdragon between the heals and all the other buffs that really help this team. Now, a couple things here. Again, we're predicated on damage and speed and cooldown. With this, we have Squishy Jelly Watch, we have Old Pilgrim Scroll, and Grim Looking Sigh. You can always try Librarian's Enchanted Robes. You could also run Dream Conductor's Whistle. You could go into Sleepyhead's Jelly Watch here if you need more defense, Disciple's Magic Scroll as well. So I wanted to give you a couple other ideas and things to consider as you take on this boss. It is rather difficult as you kind of get zapped and everything pushed here into the trash can, as we like to say. Lots of little ticks and hits that have to happen, have to connect. Strategy that I went down is trying to burn this thing down as fast as possible. If you run kind of summoned units, those things can get in the trash can. That can keep your team alive. That was some of the strategy that we used in the original M Cursor. However, this is the one that got me by this particular level for the Endless Strawberry Cake Tower, level 60 here. So let's get into it one more time here as we break down the toppings and biscuits. Now, a couple things about this, as always, resonant, radiant, when it makes sense. I like to say that in case we ever get electric type, those kinds of things, something like that. Now, on top of that, my friends, a couple other pieces here. We do have all the guides for you on the channel. You can check those out, as well as all of the playlist down below in the description. So here we're on crit. The other big thing here is our biscuits. Now, in terms of our biscuits, I have made some investments in this. Generally, you want to have 3 or 4. It's going to make a huge difference for you, even as a free-to-play player like myself. Excuse me. That's been one of the big things that's really helped me progress in some of those towers, so I just like to call that out. Now, generally, they're going to be on Legendary. Sometimes you can go to Epic, get those 3, just so that you're aware. That can also do the trick for you. It has for me as well. Here, we're on Attack with Raspberry. Our Biscuit effects, here again, made the investment. Here, we got 2 effects again. We're on Raspberry here. Here, we're on Raspberry for Attack. And last but not least, cooldown. So those are all the key pieces, my friends. You can look at the biscuits here so you can see exactly where we're at. We only got 2 on those ones. More definitely helps. So that, my friends, is the tactics, the team, the treasure, and the toppings to help you get by the M cursor here. If at first you don't succeed, try again, as we like to say as well. So let's go after it here. We're not taking advantage of the 2 cookies with magic candy. Certainly feel free to do that. This is the team that made it happen for me. Let's go and take down the M cursor here now. Now, again, here's what you're going to see. All those skills are certainly impactful. Watch this damage really come in early game. We can get a ton in, but it's going to start to interrupt a lot of your stuff. The curse is a huge thing here. That's what I was talking about. See, there you go. Absolutely rip through that. First, if you run summoned units, we'll get those instead of cookies. It doesn't necessarily target cookies first. This is the other problem here, is when you get the data corruption and the data copies going, and this nice yellow bar, that becomes a huge problem. Ideally, we got to survive, get enough damage in, live through this. We can get really close and then maybe not make it. However, let's see. We're very close with 30 seconds left. We got a huge damage boost. 2 million left. I'm feeling pretty good. Crème Brûlée is right on the edge. Right on the edge, my friends. Oh, one more. Come on, team. One big zap. One big zap. We didn't get it. We did not get it. So there's a prime example of, we say, try, and try again. We're going for it again, because generally what I like to say is probably 1 out of 3 times when we get in that situation should be good enough to make it happen. There was a big boost of damage there again at the beginning. It just kind of peters out because you start to get a little bit more trapped there towards the end with all the stuff that M cursor's getting on, which again, this is why I ran this heavy damage strategy with the electric type, with the zap, all that stuff in here. But again, the zaps aren't hitting. So again, paying attention to those things. M cursor's not got a lot on it, so buffing your team, making sure that you're really focusing on what kind of damage you're going to do here makes the big key difference. Unfortunately, that was a little bit of a mistime there for Twizzle. Really need to get this thing down. We got 30 seconds left. We're getting so close, my friends. Really, here we go. Twizzle, when the poor Stormbringer misses on that, that's a huge problem for us. We need it to connect like right now, and then it just got eaten alive by the garbage. No. All right, 3rd time, as we like to say, is the charm, right? All right, here we go. One more. Let's go. We can do it. Now, like I said, some of that timing can be a big difference there, so if you're not going to sit on auto like me, because I like auto, just make sure that what's happening is when you drop Stormbringer, don't do it when that is up. That is a huge difference. That's going to help you drop some of the bigger damage, the boostier damage, those kinds of things, like right now. There you go, a little bit more that can get in there. Here we go again. All right. Final mile. We're over halfway with a minute left, which is halfway on the clock as well. We just need to get a little bit more damage in and through to make this happen. There we go. Good timing right there. Down to 2.5. Come on, team. Come on. It's real close here. There we go. We cleared the lane. We got a nice shot at finishing this out, and we got it. So like I said, we had almost 15 seconds there at the end. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Particularly when we got the crit stuff going on, a little bit more RNG can certainly happen and makes a big difference. I like to think about it as a spectrum. Also, when you're taking damage from your enemies, that it's kind of a range. And we got to find that range, and we know that we can succeed. And there, again, proves it. So that, my friends, is all she wrote here for Endless Strawberry Cake Tower, Tray 60, Level 60, the M Cursor. We have now done it. We have completed it for you here today. And we have now continued our way in the Endless Strawberry Cake Tower. If you got a question, if you got a comment still, let me know, because I love to hear from you as always. And on top of that, would love to see you in our amazing Discord server and community, my friends. Excuse me. Lastly, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for tuning in today. I appreciate your support. Thank you for the likes and the subs as we continue to grow this amazing community here. As well as thank you to all of our members. We do have memberships available to you. It's a nice way to support the channel, as well as we got affiliate links and a merch and swag store that you can check out, my friends. Thank you for all that. Lastly, don't forget our socials. At me, chat me, my friends. Stay connected, because I love featuring your stuff here on the channel, because that's what I love. With that, get out there, take down the M Cursor, and continue your way up the Cake Tower tray, the Endless Strawberry Cake Tower tray. With that, we'll see you again soon, and keep on running.